I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and I welcome you to a Facebook Live version of Releasing Burdens. This will be filmed in several sequences. The first portion of the Releasing Burdens is for you to first identify what are the burdens that continue to plague you, that continue to show up, pop up in your life. Most of the time, people say, well, I don't really know what it is that I came here to learn. And, but yet I feel like I'm floundering and I can't find my life purpose and I don't know what to do. So, effectively, what I always tell them is to, well, first of all, you have to excavate your life. You've got to go into the major themes of your life and see what keeps popping up for you. What is it that keeps showing up in your life as a theme and as a sequence of events that you feel, well, I'm just not getting this right. And the beautiful thing about excavating your life is that when you start examining every single thing that has happened in your life, um, you effectively then can start to see what these themes are, what shows up every single time, or um, so often that you start to recognize, oh, okay, this is it. This is what I came here to learn. Um, the beautiful thing about excavating your life is that I will give you some techniques that will help you release the burdens once you know what the burdens are. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a meditation that will follow this sequence. And but what I first want you to have is a list of ways that you can get rid of what it is that shows up for you. And these I call tools for releasing burdens. One of the very excellent tools is simply guided imagery. Recalling a vision, having a vision in your mind of something that is going to help you diminish the impact of what it is that has continued to plague you. It could be memories. It could be that you keep reliving something that has happened to you. Could be from 40 years ago, could be from 50 years ago. It doesn't matter. If it has a negative charge, it is still affecting you. And using guided imagery is a way to absolutely help you get rid of this. One of the guided imagery uh, items that I've used is to see myself swimming in the ocean and that item happening, and then a shark coming in and effectively consuming the person who was the perpetrator of that item. So it that's very, very effective. Um, if swimming in the ocean doesn't appeal to you, which obviously it doesn't appeal to everybody, then another imagery that I've used is the imagery of fire. I would place that item that I needed to have to be gotten rid of in a large bonfire. And the beauty is that working with the purple transformational flame of Saint Germain is that I ask him to take the whatever it is and to take it to its next place of evolution and transform it into love. So it doesn't have to be a real fire. It doesn't have to be something that burns everything to the ashes. It can be a symbolic fire, like the purple transformational flame of Saint Germain. I see it as a giant bonfire. Um, if fire doesn't appeal to you, you can try a snowball. You can have put the issue, the item, the sequence of events, the person in a in a snowball. Just see them effectively careen down a mountain away from you. And this is a beautiful, very quick image type of thing that I mean, avalanches happen very, very quickly. Um, but another one that I've also used is ocean liners. Seeing myself on this giant ocean liner and where I was having the type of experience that I wanted to have, the type of experience that I absolutely loved, but I now was going to get rid of what it was that I no longer wanted in my life and that memory that I no longer wanted in my life. All I did was throw it overboard on the giant ocean liner and then take it and watch it as it floated away and just became smaller and smaller and smaller. Another thing, and this is a very powerful symbol, is to have an eagle or a condor or a hawk or an animal that represents power in your estimation. Falcon, swoop down and pluck that item and fly off with it. Pick it up the way that they might pick up a fish out of the ocean or a baby animal out of the forest or the plain. Uh, so we have uh, any kind of bird that represents power to you, help you release. The other thing is to reduce the size of the item and magnify yourself. Effectively, the elephant becomes the size of the mouse becomes the size of the elephant. Maybe when this happened to you, you felt like the mouse being trapped in the within the problem with this elephant. But effectively now you reverse it. So that's a very easy thing to do. Another thing is to imagine the blackest, 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 blackest black that you can imagine. Now light one candle. This is you. That candle is you on your way to enlightenment, on your way to a new way of thinking. So effectively, then light a second candle and watch what happens. First of all, the black cannot diminish the candle. Even one candle glows brightly within the black. Two candles make it even brighter. And the second candle can represent one of your guides. You can light 5 candles, you can light 10 candles, you can light 20 candles, and those will represent your guides. Those are your spiritual helpers that are here to help you release your burdens on the planet. We give our the everything in our life, we give it the power to hurt us by our attention to it. And unfortunately, as human beings, we have a tendency to constantly think back on the items that are not beneficial to us. We think back on the items that have pained us and that have hurt us. And we can, as we think about them, we continue to put energy into them. And that is what reinforces them. And by reinforcing them, we effectively diminish our own ability to cope. So, effectively, you absolutely want to take your attention away from those things in the past that have hurt you because your intent is to heal. Or, I should say, once your intent is to heal, you recognize that your attention on something can effectively continue its life inside of you, continue its energetic response to you. So, if that, you absolutely, by reducing your attention, by eliminating your attention to this, by using any one of the techniques that I've outlined, um, you also have, there are other whole fields of endeavor that can help you. One of them is meditation and contemplation. Meditation, you can meditate on the purpose of that pain in your life. Why did it happen to you? Why did you agree to it? And when I say you agreed to it, that shocks a number of people. But I'm not talking about agreeing to anything in the physical plane or on in this dimension. I'm talking about when you were in spirit, when you were a soul, when you had a uh, chance to choose the parts of your life that you wanted to emphasize in this lifetime, when you wanted to choose your life lessons, you then had a group of beings around you called a Council of 12. And this was a group of beings that stay with you from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And they absolutely always give you the opportunity to say yay or nay to the lifetime that you've chosen, to the life lessons that you've chosen. Your higher self is part of that group of beings. We'll go into depth on the Council of 12 in another session, but in meditation, you might be able to access that group, that council, and give, which will give you more insight into why did you choose such a difficult journey for yourself. And the beauty is that while you are in spirit, you're also given a movie screen of the events of this lifetime, what the major events are going to look like. Because the minor events you fill in every single day with your free will. You fill in with the thoughts that you are thinking about, and you constantly give yourself the right to to change your mind about this by saying, no, I don't agree to that lifetime. If you want more wonderful hints on this topic, please go into my book, Own Your Power, Day by Day, and a have a uh, just know that it's available on paperback in Kindle, in hardcover, and it's available through Amazon, through Balboa Press, through Barnes and Noble, through a lot of the other bookstores if you order it. Thank you very much, and I will see you in a very short time. We will be filming another segment of this. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and I welcome you to a Facebook Live